Adam?
Yes, what is it?
The person who I saw dropping you off at the station at the weekend was your mom, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, it was. You saw her then.
Of course I did. I was there after all. Would it be rude for me to ask you how old she is?
We aren't exactly strangers, are we? Why do you feel the need to ask like that? If you want to know something, you can just ask me straight up, you know.
What actually are we? You said that we aren't exactly strangers. What are we exactly?
We're friends that have known each other for 5 years through college, then work, aren't we?
Oh, I see. I'm glad that that's clear now. Anyway, my mom is 55, you know? Your mom didn't look of a similar age to mine. That's why I was asking. I was a bit surprised, to tell you the truth.
Oh, my mom remarried, you see, so she had me quite late. That's why she looks a lot older than you might expect.
Oh, she got remarried, did she? I see.
Mom was 44 when she had me. She didn't even meet my dad until she was over 40, you know?
Wow, she must be over 70 now then. I see. She must be of a similar age to my dad. He was around 40 when they had me.
My dad is 5 years younger than my mom. He got remarried too, you know?
Oh, so both of them are in their second marriage then. That's interesting. I guess it was lucky that they found each other.
My dad's first wife passed away from an illness.
Did his first wife have any children?
No, she didn't. I don't know if that was lucky or unlucky, to be honest. My mom's first marriage failed, and she lived alone for 13 years after that.
Wow, 13 years? I guess she wasn't really planning to marry again then.
No, I don't think she was. But then she met my dad and they had a really strong connection.
I guess the two of them were made for each other then. I mean, it seems like that, seeing that neither of them had any children from their first marriages. Then they met at that age and had you.
Oh, actually, never mind.
What is it that you were going to say?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't think I need to go into any more detail about it for now. I think I've already told you enough for now.
Okay, that's fine. We'd better hurry up and finish our coffee and get back to work. Our team leader will start giving us evils again before long.
No, thank you for the gifts you brought back for us from your honeymoon.
Our new daughter-in-law is so kind and caring. Adam is so lucky to have found someone like her, isn't he? She must have been brought up really well, mustn't she? Aren't I right, Ken?
She really must have.
Thank you for saying that. My parents would be thrilled if they could hear what you have been saying about me.
Did you sleep okay? Was the room okay for you?
Yes, I slept really well, thank you, Dad.
Even though the air gets a bit cold during the night, this house was built over 100 years ago, so it's a really special place, you know?
It wasn't cold at all for me. I slept really well.
Do you like that kind of room, then?
Yes, I do, Mom. I love older houses like this, you know? They just feel so homely.
Oh, I see. That's lucky. I'm really glad you seem to have slept so well. You must have been really tired after all your traveling yesterday. Anyway, now you're up. If you go into the kitchen, you'll find some fruit and some yogurt.
Okay, Mom. What do you want me to make for you?
Can you cut up the fruit? Put it in a bowl. Get some frozen berries from the freezer. Add those and pour some of the yogurt over the top, please. I think my body needs some vitamins inside it after last night.
Oh, did you drink last night, Mom?
Yes, just a little, but I'm not as young as I used to be, you know. It's quite hard for me to get up in the mornings now if I even have the tiniest bit to drink.
I don't think you've had anything to drink before Adam and I went to bed.
Oh, I waited until the two of you had gone to bed and then went out and met a couple of my friends, you see. My son and new daughter-in-law have just got back from their honeymoon. I had to go and celebrate, you know. It's a really special day for us after all.
Oh, I see. I'm glad you're pleased about the wedding, but I don't really see how us coming back from our honeymoon is a thing to celebrate as such.
You went out to brag to your friends rather than celebrate, didn't you? I know you.
Oh, I think I've got a headache coming on. I'd better go and lie down for a while. I'm sure I'll be fine after a couple more hours sleep.
Okay, Mom. A bit more sleep would probably do you good. Enjoy your nap. Adam?
Yes, Sarah, what is it?
Who bought all this fruit then? It didn't sound as though it was your mom.
It must have been Dad, I guess. He's always been like that.
Ah, Dad got it, did he? That's quite impressive for an older man. I don't think my dad would even know where to start.
Yes, it's usually him that buys stuff like that. He's very thoughtful like that.
Does your mom drink like that often? She seemed pretty worse for wear this morning, you know.
Yes, she's always drinking. She always has for as long as I can remember.
Adam,
Yes, what do you want?
have you nearly finished sorting out the vegetables now? It's starting to get hot already.
The farming lark isn't as easy as I thought it would be, you know? I used to help out a lot when I was younger, but I just did what I was told. I've never really tried it like this on my own before. It seems to have taken a lot longer than I expected, probably because we don't really know what we're doing, do we? We came out before sunrise today, and we still haven't managed to finish everything that needed doing.
Well, it's too late today. Anyway, it's getting really hot now, isn't it? Let's come out early tomorrow morning and finish it off then. We'd better get going.
Get going? Where is it that we have to go? I'd quite like to go in and have a shower if I'm honest. I feel really dirty and gross after working out here.
What do you mean? We have to go to your mom, of course. Where else would we be going at this time?
Oh no, not again. Where is she this time? Did you get another call from Mike?
Yes, about 15 minutes ago. Apparently she's on the bench by the entrance to the village. He's worried that it's starting to get hotter now, and also it's not very good for the image of the village to have a lady of her age passed out on a bench right at the entrance where lots of people pass by now, is it? Mike wanted to know if we could go and get her as quickly as possible.
How can a woman of her age be like this again? I've honestly never seen anything like it before in my life. She's getting on for 80 and she's huge. If she was a dainty old lady, people might at least find her cute, but especially being as big and tall as she is, lying at the village entrance like that doesn't give a very good impression, does it?
I'm really sorry about this, Mike. It must be really annoying for you having to call us together all the time like this.
I'm sorry, Mike. I've tried to stop her several times, you know. She just waits until everyone's asleep. I've seen her around since I was just a boy, so I've gotten used to her appearance, but she even made me jump this morning. It doesn't give a very good impression for people passing through or entering the village now, does it? Don't you think people would talk about how it's a place where a lot of people live, and that I should be able to stop an 80-year-old woman from just lying on a bench like that? I really don't know what to say to you, Mike. I'm really sorry that this keeps happening. I don't know where she's been drinking this time, but she always waits until everyone's asleep before she leaves the house, so other than lock her in somehow, I just don't know what else we can do. Your mom has things to do both today and tomorrow. I know she has. Does she really need to end up like that all the time? She must have drunk enough for 10 men in her life. Does she really need to keep going on like this? Her insides must be so decayed by now. I'm quite surprised that she seems as well as she does. The amount of drink that she gets through. She drinks a lot more than I ever could, that's for sure. She's gonna give herself serious health problems if she hasn't already. You'd better get her to stop now.
Mom, where did you go drinking this time? Why did you drink so much as to fall asleep here? You should at least make sure you can get home, Shirley. It's dangerous sleeping outside like this.
Oh, one of the villagers opened a new hairdresser's up the road, so we had a few drinks to celebrate, that's all. What's the problem? Are you trying to stop me from celebrating and having a good time with my friends or something? I can't just walk past without joining in the celebrations, now could I? All of the usual crowd were there and everything.
Dad's really angry. You have to pull yourself together, Mom. You can't keep on like this. Dad is so worried that you might have an accident or something. Or haven't you thought about how he must feel when he wakes up in the morning to find that you haven't even come home?
Well, he can just be quiet. He makes me want to drink even more, just to disobey him. He doesn't want me to have any fun. He just wants me to stay at home quietly and cook and clean like a good wife. Well, I don't want to do that. I have a life too, and I want to have fun with my friends.
Mom, how can you say those things? Dad only acts like that because you worry him so much, and drinking so much that you can't even get home and fall asleep on a random bench somewhere doesn't seem like my idea of fun.
Don't you start as well. I just don't have the patience for any of this.
What is it that Dad's supposed to have done, hey?
Just the same as he always has done. He just sits there in his chair watching TV or reading. He wouldn't know what fun was if it came up and bit him. He only realizes that I'm not there when he gets hungry and sees that no one has made dinner for him. What kind of a life is that?
Let's not start this again. I really don't have the energy for it anymore. You don't need to feel sad or anything that I'm going, Adam. I've had a long, mostly happy life. It's my time. Everyone has their time. I really feel at peace right now, you know? I don't have to worry about your mom drinking as soon as I shut my eyes, and I don't need to worry where she'll end up. I won't have to worry whether she had an accident or if she's dead in a ditch either. I won't have to see her passed out on the street somewhere in the middle of the night anymore either, will I? When I think about that, it makes me feel loads better. I do really love and care about your mom, but she isn't a very easy person to live with, as you well know. I'm just too old and tired to be able to deal with any of it anymore, that's all. If I think of heaven, it's a world without your mother, you know? That's what heaven looks like to me. I'm worried that I'd meet her again there, you know? I can't believe you're talking like this on your deathbed. Don't you have anything else that you want to talk about, that you want to say to me? What else is there to say? There's nothing else that needs to be said. Look after her for me, won't you? Yes, Dad, I will. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about anything. Just close your eyes now and get some well-deserved rest. I love you, Dad. Hello, Sarah. It's me, Mike. I hope you're all well.
Hello, Mike. Yes, we're all fine, thank you.
You know I'm calling, don't you? Can you take your mom home for me, please?
Of course. What other reason would you have to call me? Where is she this time?
She's lying on the bank near the three-way junction on the way out of the village. You know where I mean, don't you? She's not sleeping this time, but it seems like she's had a lot to drink again already. I'm not sure what she was drinking or who with this time, but she's lying there crying. I guess she must have been thinking about her late husband. Anyway, I don't know where she was drinking last night, but that's what she's doing now.
Oh, I'm all out of breath now. I don't know what's gonna happen when the kids start nursery. The whole village must be talking about Mom and what she does. How am I gonna deal with all the other moms? And how is the little one gonna feel about people talking about her gran like this? She'll be old enough to understand soon, won't she? This is such a difficult situation for everyone involved. It really is. I'm so tired of it all now. For how much longer do I have to keep chasing after you like this, Mom? Please give me a break now. I really don't know how much longer I can deal with this. I'm really embarrassed and tired of all of this now.
I'm so...
Mom, calm down a bit, please. Why are you crying like this? Is it because of Dad? I know you miss him. We all do, but this isn't the answer, you know? Dad's gone to a better place. I know it. He'd be so upset to see you crying on the floor like this, wouldn't he? Please stop crying. Let's go home now.
Do you think I'm crying because I'm thinking of that frosty excuse for a man? Far from it. Why would I cry about him? Life's so much easier without him to look after, and without him nagging me every moment of the day.
Dad wasn't frosty. What are you talking about? The other villagers have nothing but good things to say about him, you know?
He only acted like that in front of others, you know. It was all a show. He was so cold and frosty when it was just the two of us together. He didn't even really take any notice of me most of the time. I might as well not have been there. He only wanted me there so that he had a maid to look after him in the house. That's all I was to him. I lived a hard, lonely life with your dad, you know.
Why was that then, Mom? What was so hard and lonely? Why are you so sad all the time? Mom, get up, please. Mom, don't do this. Get up. Let's go home and talk all of this through properly over a coffee or something.
Oh, I guess living like that was my fate. Things must get better from now on, surely. They couldn't get any worse, that's for sure. It was her 60th birthday, you know. It passed by just like that. I was stuck in the house. Oh.
Mom, are you okay? I've brought you some water. Why don't you try to have a sip for me, hey?
My dirty fate. My daughter from my first marriage, born when we married at 18. Beth, that was her name. She was such a pretty little girl and such a good baby. It's my daughter Beth's 60th birthday today, you know, Sarah.
What are you talking about, Mom? Who's Beth? Can you try to calm down a bit and talk a bit more slowly, please? I can't seem to really follow what it is you're talking about, you see.
I'm talking about your sister-in-law. Your sister-in-law with a different surname. Beth, my daughter from my first marriage when I was young and stupid. It'll be her 60th birthday today, if she's still alive, that is. I don't even know if she's alive. What kind of mother am I?
Oh, really, Mom? You have a 60-year-old daughter? Adam never said anything to me about any of this.
He doesn't like to talk about her. No one does. That's what makes it even harder for me. I can't even talk about my beautiful little girl. It's like she's a dirty secret or something. She was born into that awful house. I left that place when I was only 22 years of age. Do you know why I left?
Why did you leave, Mom?
I was chucked out because of my drunken behavior. I was chucked out. Me. They chucked me out like I was just a piece of trash.
I can't really laugh when Mom's crying like this, but damn, that's gotta be a good woodchuck joke to tell right now. This really is a ridiculous situation, isn't it?
The circus was in town at the time. We gave in to temptation and went to see what was happening. They were selling alcohol there, you see. They were letting people try it for free to try to sell it, and...
Oh, I see.
I should have known how strong it was. But I got really drunk at the circus and started dancing, and they threw me out. They threw me out for dancing. I had to leave my 3-year-old daughter behind. They wouldn't let me take her, so I left her there with them.
I wonder if anyone's ever died from trying not to laugh.
I thought they'd take me back, But then they saw that I'd got drunk again, and that was it.
I don't know how much longer I can take this.
Anyway, I met your father-in-law when I was just over 40. He'd also been married before like I had. We got married and had Adam. The child I had with my first husband will be 60 today. But I haven't heard from her or anything about her even for over 50 years. I don't even know what they've told her. She's never come looking for me or anything in all these years.
So you mean to say that you don't know anything about her?
Of course I don't know. That's why I'm crying. I don't even know if she's dead or alive. I wonder if she's had a party. What a life. My beautiful Beth. I just have her face as a child etched into my memory. I don't even know what she looks like, what she does. I can't stop thinking about her, especially today.
Mom, should we try to look for her? Try to at least find out what's happened to her? It's a lot easier to find people these days, you know? Would that make you feel a bit better? At least knowing what has happened to her?
Slow down. I can't tell Adam about all of this. He's cold like his father. I don't know how he'd react.
Mom, let's go now. Get up. I've got the car. Let's go home. It's gonna get cold soon.
Sarah.
Yes, Mom?
Now do you understand why I drink like I do? You do, don't you?
Yes, Mom, I understand.
Life is not a big deal, you know. You come into this world crying, and if you're lucky, leave laughing. That's all there is to it.
Excuse me? What do you mean? Adam, are you asleep?
No, I'm not. I'm really sleepy, though. What do you want?
You know that you have a big sister, don't you?
Ugh.
Why have you never ever mentioned her to me? Aren't you even curious about her?
What difference would it make if I did talk about her? It would just make everyone feel bad. That's all it would achieve.
That doesn't sound very fair. Mom was crying about her earlier. Apparently she would have been 60 today. How many years older than you would that make her? Nearly 25 years? Wow.
I don't want to hear about it. Let's just go to sleep. Steve, she was a comedian right to her last minute, you know. She looked at me as she was getting onto the stone bridge. She looked at me and she grinned. She'd been drinking again, by the looks of her. She couldn't even walk straight and was staggering around, you see. I told her to get the cultivator and she refused. I asked her again and again. I wanted to take her somewhere safe, but I guess she'd made up her mind. She knew exactly what she wanted to happen, I'm sure of it. She climbed the fence and it broke within about 30 seconds. I only ended up breaking my arm, but it would have been impossible for her to have survived. You're still gossiping like this with your head bandaged up and your arm in a cast. You really are something, Mike. What? It seems that you're quite excited that she died, if I'm honest. Why would you say such a thing? Look at it this way. The person who used to get drunk and pass out all over your village has gone, hasn't she? What are you talking about? This isn't the time or place to be talking like that.
It started getting colder again now. I feel really sorry for you, Mom, you know? What was it you meant when you said that you enter the world crying and leave laughing? I wonder why there were no mourners or flowers at the funeral after yours. Hang on, there's one lady. Oh my, I wonder who that is. If she only had white hair, she'd be the splitting image of you. She has the same gait, the same appearance. She's even holding her drink the same way as Mom used to.
It's almost a month since your mother-in-law died now, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Time flies, doesn't it? Where's your wife? I thought she'd be here too.
I don't really know where she's gone, to be honest. She must have popped out for a bit. She won't have gone far, I'm sure.
I hope you have a nice day anyway. I'd better be off now.
Okay, take care of yourself now, won't you?
I'm okay. You don't have to worry about me.
I still can't quite believe that she's gone. She was quite a character, wasn't she?
Yes, she certainly was that.
That lady, your husband's older sister, she looks exactly the same as your mother-in-law did, doesn't she? I was so surprised. You definitely couldn't mistake who she was now, could you?
She really does look similar, doesn't she? I was surprised too, if I'm honest. She even holds her glass the same way.
She's old enough to be your mom as well. I really couldn't believe how similar she looks. Isn't she exactly the right age to be your mother-in-law?
I'd better be off now anyway. I have so much to catch up on at home. I've been pretty busy these last few days.
Okay, take care, and I'll see you around, I'm sure. If you treat people well, you'll get good luck, you know? Don't you feel even a little bit sorry for her? She was worried about falling into debt like her dad. Oh, people can be very cruel, you know? How could not a single person turn up for that man's funeral, though? His daughter was the only mourner. How sad is that? Money can be a very dangerous thing, you know?
True. Have a good day.
This is what I worry about too, you know? When the rumor mill starts, there's no stopping it. Anyway, take care.
Adam, are you asleep?
No, what's the problem?
Give me your arm, won't you? I can't seem to sleep.
Just go to sleep. Stop annoying me. I'm tired.
Don't be like that. Adam?
Stop calling my name. Let's go to sleep. It's getting late and we've got work in the morning.
They say that your sister's living in a tiny little place, you know? It's one of those basement one-room apartments.
Mm-hmm.
It's strange how we met like that. She's working in the fruit and veg market even though she's 61 now. Adam, you know that we put your mom's place on the market? I'm pretty sure no one's gonna buy it. It's ancient, needs a lot of work doing, and is in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Why don't we give it to...
Be quiet, will you? We aren't even from the same family, are we? It's not right.
Okay, you don't need to get so angry about it, you know? Her dad, your mom's first husband, turned to drink because of your mom. He kept starting and failing businesses and ended up with piles and piles of debt. I feel sorry for her, you know?
Why do we have to help? What has any of that got to do with me?
Can you calm down and just listen to me for a minute, please? We could help her out. She married the wrong guy and lived a really hard life, it seems. She ended up getting divorced. She has one daughter, apparently. Her daughter works in a hairdresser in the city. Let's help her out, even a little.
Enough. I told you to stop.
I can't stop thinking about Mom lying by the road crying about it being her daughter's 60th birthday, and that she didn't even know if she was still alive or what happened to her or anything. I just can't get that image out of my head, you know?
I told you to stop talking about this, didn't I? You're giving me a headache.
We have children too, don't we?
Do you think I even want to see that woman? She's the daughter of another man. She isn't my dad's daughter. Why don't you think about that for a minute? If you were me, do you think you'd want to meet her?
You don't have to think of her like that. It's not like your mom had an affair or anything like that. She was born long, long before your mom and dad even met. She's your half-sister after all.
I'm gonna go to sleep in the other room. I can't take any more of this right now.
No, don't do that. Just go to sleep then. I won't say anything more. You're in your mid-30s though, remember? You aren't a baby. Try not to be like this.
Why do you keep coming here like this? Do you think I'm pleased to see you or something?
I was just making dinner and I thought of you, that's all. I made too much, so I thought you might like some. You can put it in the freezer and heat it up when you need it. I hope you like it.
I need to go out now. Put the food in the freezer. And if there's something you want to say to me, you'd better hurry up and say it. As I said, I'm busy.
I left home really early this morning so that I could come and see you before work, you know? Don't be like this. Why don't you give me a spare key to your room?
Why would I do that?
I just want to bring you some food and tidy up a bit for you when you're out, that's all. I know how busy you are all the time, and I know you could do with the help if I'm honest.
It's just how things ended up, you see. I can take care of myself.
Look at all those wine bottles for a start. Please don't drink so much. I've heard that you work up to 15 hours a day to try to pay off the debt that your dad left when he passed away.
I said, leave me alone. I'm fine on my own. Why do you keep coming here and bothering me from this time in the morning?
How can I? I'm not doing this to annoy you or out of spite or anything. I genuinely care what happens to you.
Think of all of this from my perspective for a minute, won't you? Do you think I'd want to see you and your family?
How can the two of them be so similar when they've never really even met? I really can't believe it. Beth, it looks like you started eating this before I arrived and then left it. Why don't you hurry up and finish it before you go out? It's really good, you know. I'll put some laundry on for you. It doesn't look like you've had time to do any for quite some time now. I'm not surprised either with the amount of hours you work.
Here's the spare key. Look after it. There's nothing you could do to make the place worse even if you tried. And it's not like I have any money or anything. That's the main reason I'm trusting you with it.
Really? Thank you. I'll leave once I've hung all the washing up for you. I'll make sure to lock the door behind me so you don't need to worry about that. She really looks more and more like Mom did every time I see her. It's so surprising. Adam, I went to see Beth again this morning. Her personality is so similar to yours, you know. You say similar things as well.
Yeah?
I don't think that she hates us, at least. I mean, who could possibly hate someone when they're bringing them food and doing their best to help out?
Why won't you let this go?
I feel really sorry for her, that's all. Living totally alone in a place like that at her age? She works 15 hours a day, you know. I think I owe it to Mom, too. Mom would be pleased to know that she was alive and that we'd found her and we're helping her out. I know she would.
Stop it, I don't want to hear about her. That's life, isn't it? No one told her to meet someone like that now, did they?
She speaks really fiercely about both families. It wasn't her fault that she married a man like that. Do you think she would have if she'd had a choice? I guess her dad thought she should get married and just married her off to the first person that came around.
You were only here a few days ago. What are you doing back already? Do you have nothing better to do?
Oh, I just brought you some more food, that's all. I know you mustn't have time to cook or eat properly, given the number of hours that you work.
I don't have any space left. My fridge and freezer are already full to burst with all the food you keep bringing me.
Oh, we have a spare fridge freezer at home, Beth. We don't even use it anymore since we got our new one. Would it be okay if I were to bring it here for you?
Do what you like. You always do in the end anyway. I've given up trying to get rid of you even. You're following me around like a bad smell, you know.
Adam, are you gonna come in or what? Stop standing by the door like a lemon.
What? Have you brought someone here?
How could I have carried all of that down the stairs here by myself? It's really heavy, you know. Adam's just outside the door.
So?
Adam, well, aren't you gonna come in?
I'll go and wait in the car.
I can't believe him sometimes. Beth, have you been crying?
Crying? What do I have to cry about? I wish you'd break up with that cold-hearted fool, you know. What are you still doing with him? Come down here right away. I know. I have a day off the day after tomorrow, and I'll go up and get you then. You must feel so bad about everything. Pack up your things. I told you that you shouldn't date your boss's son, didn't I? Do you think I brought you up as I did for that piece of trash to hit you? I feel so terrible for you. I really do.
Beth, what's happened? What's the matter?
Oh, what a life. I lost my mom at such a young age and was treated badly by my 2 stepmoms. I married an awful useless man. I lived such a hard life, you know. Now my daughter is suffering as well. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I really don't.
What are you hanging around for? Let's go. We've got to hurry up and sort all this out.
Go inside and ask Beth for the address and phone number, will you?
What?
Her daughter's.
You heard, didn't you?
Just go quickly.
Hey, you made me jump. What are you shouting for all of a sudden?
What are you doing? Go and get a photo of her daughter too, quickly. What are you waiting for? She's in trouble. We have to go. Lily, you spoke to your mom just before, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So you know who I am, right?
Yes, I do.
It's nice to meet you. Where is that scum? Who hit you? Who was it?
He's over there.
Where? Was it you?
Adam! Adam, no!
How dare you do that to her face, you nasty piece of trash!
Adam, stop!
Ow! Do you think you're a big man? You're so big and strong that you have to pick on young girls like that? You're a married man. How dare you use your position as her boss to hit her like that? You want to hit someone? Come on then, pick on someone your own size for once if you're as big and strong as you think you are. Hey, stop! Who are you anyway? What's wrong with you? Have you lost your mind? Get off of me! Me? I'm Lily's uncle. That's who, you dirty piece of trash. You want to hit her again in front of me this time? Go on then, I dare you. Oh, man! Lily, go upstairs and pack your things right away.
Adam, stop!
You said you lived on the 2nd floor, didn't you? What are you doing? Go and pack your things quickly.
Where are you going to take me?
To my place, of course. Where do you think I was going to take you? You'd better send her the money you owe her right away. Send her all the wages you haven't paid her, you piece of trash. If you don't, then I'm going to call your wife and tell her what you've been up to. I'm sure she'd love to hear about you having an affair with and beating the young girls that you have working for you. You'd better send for some extra damages too. The mess you've made of her face and all the times you've touched or hit her. You'd better send enough. Do you understand? I asked you if you understood.
So you'd better come over and stop him, Beth.
Why should I stop him?
Mom's old house is so nice and spacious. It'd be amazing for you. Adam's decided to open a hairdresser's in town for the 2 of you as well, you know? If the 2 of you don't make a scene, it'll be great for the both of you.
She doesn't know how lucky she is. She really doesn't. Oh, so he'll be out checking on her in the evenings, will he?
Of course, she has a curfew, you know. If she's out later than the curfew at 10, then all hell breaks loose. Lily's young, isn't she? She wants to go out with her friends and go on dates, but with Adam being like he is, it's no wonder that she got mad now, is it?
He's only being like that because of what happened before, though, isn't he? Because she met a jerk like that and got herself into such a mess.
I know exactly what you mean, Beth. Come and live with us, and you can move in too, and stop Adam from getting so carried away with Lily.
Why should I stop him? Tell Adam to tell her that she'll get what's coming to her if she doesn't listen to him.
Beth, come and live with us, please. What are you doing living alone in that tiny, dark little room?
Why should I go and live with you? I like living on my own. I don't need anyone else getting under my feet. I get by perfectly well on my own. What about my self-respect? I'm not going to move in with you. I'd hate it.
Adam took in Lily, the daughter of Beth, his half-sister, and let her live in Mom's old place. He opened a small hairdresser for her in the village. I wonder if it was a kind of compensation for what they'd all been through. Compensation for the way that Mom had all but destroyed her previous husband's family. It took some of the pressure off Mom's long-lost daughter, Beth, and I hope it made Mom feel a bit better too, wherever she may be. I'd like to think she's watching over us, smiling at her daughter and granddaughter. I'm hoping that this will be the end of all the chaos now. Everyone has had different experiences and feels different about their lives, you see. As Mom said, you enter this life crying and hopefully leave it laughing. There's still a lot of tension between Adam and Lily, mostly because of the curfew that he has imposed on her. I know he's only doing it to try to protect her, but young girls never see it like that now, do they? Beth is still adamant that she isn't going to come and live in Mom's old place, Self-respect is a dangerous thing in older people, I think. Wow, Beth, did you buy some new spring clothes? The yellow is so beautiful. It's really pretty.
It doesn't fit me, unfortunately.
Oh, really? That's a shame. We'd better go and change it for a bigger size then.
No, I can't change it.
Why not? Oh, I guess you don't know how to get refunds and things like that, am I right? Let's go together then, I'll help you. You bought it from the market where you work, didn't you?
Oh, no, that's not it. The shop, closed down. Yes, that's it. The shop closed down, so I can't change it.
Oh, no. What are you supposed to do with this then?
I'd better just throw it away, I guess. It's too small for me anyway. I can't even get my arm in.
What? Why would you throw away beautiful new clothes like this? If you were going to throw it away anyway, would it be okay if I had it?
Do what you want. It's no use to me after all, is it?
Can I go and try it on, please? See if it fits? Wow, it's like it was made just for me. It fits perfectly.
It really does.
Thank you, I love it. This looks like a man's top. Did you buy this by accident from the shop as well? The one that closed down so you can't take it back?
Oh, yes, I must have done.
Are you going to throw this away too then?
If I can't wear it, what choice do I have? Why would I keep it? Of course I'm going to throw it away.
Well, can I have that too then, please? I'm sure it'll fit Adam perfectly.
Okay. Take them and go on your way quickly. I've got to get to work,
Okay, Beth, I'll be off. I'll be back again soon with more food for you.
Thanks.
What did you just say, Beth? Sorry, I couldn't hear you properly.
I said thank you. Thank you for all you've done for Lily in particular, and all the food and stuff too.
Oh, it's no problem, Beth. We were glad to have been able to help. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.